who's asking the question? The answer is only relevant to the people who ask the question, and they're asking it from different perspectives. So when they say relatives, what do they mean? Working with your father is a totally different situation to working with your mother. It's to working with your sister, to working with your brother, to working with your cousin, to working with your uncle. So what are you asking me to answer? What am I addressing? By lumping all the relatives together, I'm not so sure. And by the way, I've looked up relatives, and in some definition it includes adopted children, stepchildren, all sorts of stuff. So how can one generalize without completely diluting the meaning and content of what we're trying to say? So we'll try and restrict ourselves to maybe parents and siblings for the time being, okay? And maybe cousins if we are pushed to the limit. So mixing family and business, love and work, creates issues and challenges. They have to be understood first. Many don't understand. They have to be respected. Many people want to ride roughshod over it. And many of them do not know to and do not necessarily wish to learn how to manage it. So they don't come to the workshops, they don't read any of the theory, they're not interested in the three-circle model, and they bumble along. And some of them work so hard that they succeed in spite of all that, because they're totally dedicated to the task, and that compensates for their lacks. Now, the complexity in the family business, which we addressed before, emanates or results from the need to deal concurrently with the business, the ownership, and the family issues, which was discussed before. And the research also shows that the bulk of the issues that confront family businesses are family-based rather than business-based. You know, if you've got a business issue, usually there's a solution. You call an expert, you call an advisor, you nug it out with your staff, you find it. But when there is a family issue, often you don't know who to turn to. And you know, I mean, we're not talking psychologists and psychiatrists here, but sometimes you need to, because the relationships are not sound enough to enable you to build a business relationship on top of a dysfunctional family relationship. Can you see? And I've got a lot to say about that, but given time constraints, I'm just hinting at it and hoping that it will resonate with you. And then quickly he whips off his hat as manager and puts on his hat as father. Son, I've just learned that you're unemployed. But I know you're a great musician. And what I'll be doing is, if you wish to allow me to do so, I'll bring a couple of my mates whose sons have bands, and they may be able to accommodate you in one of the bands, and you get to do what you enjoy doing. And by the way, as a father, I've been thinking about this for a while. I propose to give you and your two brothers a share in the business, 5% or so that you get a bit of an income in dividends from the business to ensure that you're not going to starve, sort of thing, because otherwise you end up on the dot. So, in other words, I made it a bit of a joke, but it's quite a serious issue here, because first of all, there is the ability to distinguish where the issue belongs, and maybe using the tool, the ability to justify the decision without saying it's because I want to do it or I feel so.
So much appreciated. And look, I've been aware of and known Family Business Australia for some time. If you are in your own family business, and I know there are a number of people here who are, I couldn't recommend more highly getting in contact with them. They're just on the website and following them up, because there's some terrific stuff they've been doing over a long time. So thank you very much, Lucio. Much appreciated. And one of the things that we've been doing here with the conference is it's all about making sure that we get stuck into reality of what's going on. And so therefore the importance of having family business and what the reality is around there. And I've got to say that my first foray into business was I wound up as a company secretary for a chain of Italian butcher shops, and they all came from the Veneto area. And there was about 400 people involved in the business, and I had control over all the business checkbooks at the time and all the family checkbooks. And I've got to say, it was an eye-opener in terms of the family business environment. But I eventually left because as I was seeking romance, it became quite clear to me that any romance was going to have to be connected with the business. And I made a decision there that I didn't think that was the direction I wanted to go.